my gosh, sometimes you just forget how stunningly beautiful a deck is when you haven't worked with it for quite some time. Even though I've got the independent version and I've got the mass-produced standard size, just doing this flip through now was like looking at the deck again with fresh eyes. And I just fell in love with it all over again. Hello my ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Firstly, just to say sorry, I've not been around for a while. Feels like forever since I connected with the community, but I've had, well, let's just say a cold, a really stonking cold. I didn't have much of a voice on Friday. The Saturday before I was away for the weekend. So yeah, it's been a while. But I'm on today, I'm feeling much better. So thank you for everybody's comments when I put an announcement out on Saturday that I wouldn't be doing the cup of catching cards. I appreciated everybody's love and support. It was really heartwarming. But I've just got home from work and I've had a parcel from Cheryl at Oneness Emporium. Now this is quite heavy, and I think, if I'm remembering right, she's sending me a small deck, and then she just said, she sent me a message saying, I'm sending you a gift because I wanted to say thank you for all of your support, which was and is really kind. But that's Cheryl. She is a really kind person, and yeah, I really appreciate it. And it's been heartwarming to see as well people in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. Sorry I'm off camera, I'm just trying to use a little penknife to open the box up. Yeah, it's been lovely to see people in the Facebook group showing their appreciation as well, because they've been ordering things from the Oneness Emporium, and it's just such a treat. You're getting mass market decks that come to you like it's from an indie seller with all the little extra bits and attention to detail, and it's really wonderful because the prices are as good as anywhere else, and you get them on time, you're getting the genuine article, and so it takes away all that worry about, oh, I've just bought from, you know, a big online retailer and I've ended up with a fake deck, etc. So, oh gosh, look at this. Now this is what I was expecting, which I say expecting, I put a comment into the Facebook group, the Hermit's Cave Facebook group, saying about how excited I was about the release of the Light Seers Pocket Tarot, which is in a tin, and that I couldn't wait for it. And Cheryl had said, you don't have to wait, it's on its way, which again was lovely. But there's also, wow, the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle. I've got this as a larger deck by Colette Baron Reed, which, great. I'm loving these little tin decks. At one time it was just US Games that were bringing out tarot and oracles in tins, but it looks like, you know, now we're getting Hay House doing it as well, which is wonderful. But look at all these bits here. We've got a cauldron mug. Let's have a look at this. This looks gorgeous. So yeah, oh, and there's something else. I almost missed that in the base, with it all being black. So let's have a look. This is so lovely. Okay, what have we got? Oh, we've got a couple of crystals. Oh, they look nice. So we've got some nice tumbled stone. It looks like amethyst. I'm not quite up on all my crystals, but I'm sure Cheryl will let me know which ones she sent. So I'm just going to place them there, and I'll find out a little bit more about them, but could never have too many stones. So this is a Mabon colour changing cauldron mug designed by Anne Stokes. Wow, so these are the Anne Stokes merch, and I've seen these in shops and things as I've been around. Oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. This is really nice. And you know how I like my mugs. So it says the Wheel of the Year, and this one is for Mabon, Autumn Equinox. So we're coming up, it's coming. I can feel it as well, and I've got these 4 little legs. Oh wow, and then we've got this beautiful, as you can see, beautiful dragon. Just try and make sure the light's not too bright on that. So we've got Mabon on this side, the Wheel of the Year. We've got this dragon, and it's a colour changing mug. So when we pour hot water into it, we'll see what happens, what colours it changes. And then, so it looks like it's part of a series called the Dragons of the Sabbats, or Sabbats as I call them. Well, I could hear like some little, so you've got all these different designs. So these are the Mabon ones. So this must be like a car. Oh yeah, I'll put that in my car. That'll be cool. I can go in my car in the morning. And then this one is the same. So it's a Mabon wax melt burner gift set. Wow, look at this. This is so cool, and I am assuming that all of these items are available in the Oneness Emporium shop. So many items. It's not just about tarot and oracle decks. There's all sorts of candles and herbs and lots of goodies, as you can see, that's available from there. Oh, this is beautiful. So this is a full set. So yeah, it's a beautiful oil burner or wax melt. You could use it for either actually. And it looks like we've got here in this part. And I wonder if they, obviously they do these for all the Sabbats as well. Just take that out. So we've got this little tin, which will have your Maxwell in it. And it says Apple Eco Wax Melt Disc, handmade in the UK. Oh, look at this. So you can, if you didn't want to put the whole disc in, you can break it up into 4 parts and just melt a little bit each time. Oh, that smells heavenly. That has just taken me back to being 16. I worked for a theme park. The manager's office was at the back of this shop called the Soap Shop, and it sold loads of soaps and little bath bombs, and those little round jelly kind of bath bombs. They're really tiny, bath pearls, whatever they were called. And the smell of this, it is an apple smell, just takes me straight back to being 16. Incidentally, that very same room that sold the soap stuff is where I first discovered the tarot. So that's amazing. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Really, really appreciate you sending me those gifts. As I said to you, there's never any need. I am happy to keep telling everybody about the fantastic service that you're providing for us here in the UK. It's wonderful, and long may you continue. All right, so light seers in a tin. Who would have thought that we would be here with the light seers in its kind of evolution and journey? I'm just turning around because I want to grab the deck and also the indie deck, I think. Okay, so actually I'm going to bring the camera down. Okay, so I think it was late 2018, beginning of 2019. I was very late to the party. I didn't see this on Kickstarter. There was a lot going off in my life at the time, and it totally passed me by until I saw somebody do a walkthrough of this deck, and then I was like, oh my goodness, I got to get this deck. And I tried to get it, and of course it was out of print. And I think everybody had the same idea, because there was lots of chatter online about people, with people saying how disappointed they couldn't get it. And then we heard that there was a second print run going to be made. And you had to sign up for a newsletter, because they was going to drop at something like midnight, West Coast time, whatever that is, Pacific Coast, is it? And I thought, well, that's about 8 o'clock in the morning for us. That will be fine, you know. Anyway, cut a long story short, I managed to get a copy of it, and I was absolutely thrilled. The only disappointment for me was that they changed the Ten of Swords. I understand, and I'm not going to go through all that again. I understand why Chris Ann decided to do that. But I kind of wished that the original had been in there with the replacement card, so that we'd have a choice. But it wasn't. So some people who got the first run got the original Ten of Swords, and then the rest of us didn't, which was a shame. But anyway, it came with a fantastic book, quite a chunky book, as you can see here. Lots of info in this book. I loved it. I had a custom-made pouch done by Kelly Bear, because she's a genius when it comes to creating pouches that, you know, match in terms of the colours. I mean, look at that. I mean, how perfect. So she did this pouch in the same colours of the black and the green. And this is the indie version, which is still in order, because I reset it into order when the mass market version came out. And even though, I mean, the cardstock of this is wonderful, I think if I was going to, you know, do readings for someone, then I would probably dig this version out. I don't want it just to become a kind of museum piece. But I knew that I would never be able to get or afford a backup copy. And if people do spend hundreds now getting this deck, maybe not so much now that there's mass market versions available. So yes, and then Hay House picked it up, and we got this one, which is the Light Seers Tarot. Again, it has the new Ten of Swords. The book is still a chunky book. Lots of information still in there, not as chunky. Lots of people complained about the cardstock. Now, I tried to edge this in green. I kind of did two different tones, a dark green and a light green. And it turned out okay. I think the cardstock is okay. I really do. People are saying, oh, it's dreadful, it's cardboardy. It's not. For me, it's not. It's got like a nice, sheen. It is not to the, you know, it's not going to be, you know. It's not to that same kind of quality of the independently produced deck. But I said at the time, I thought they did a wonderful job. This is the replacement Ten of Swords. And yeah, I still do. It's a great deck. It's very easy to shuffle. And I think they've done, and that's one thing I've noticed. I mentioned it the other day when I saw a Hay House deck, which was of the Shimmering Path. Is that the right word? The Shimmering Path. Yes, Shimmering Path Tarot. You know, I think the Hay House are really bringing out good quality decks. of well-loved decks that are appreciated and admired within our tarot community. They're picking them up and they're releasing them, and they're doing a really good job. All right, so we're here to have a look at the Light Seers Pocket deck, and let's see what you get here compared with the larger size. So the design is the same, you know, it's got Chris Ann's name, the Light Seers Pocket Tarot, Light Seers Tarot, 78 card deck and guidebook. A little bit different on the sides because we've got illustrations on the box. We've got some nice keywords, nice little quotes on the inside of the lid, but overall, really good. I mean, it's a tin. The book is a nice little chunky book. This looks so diddy in my hands. It's really quite a strange feeling. It looks like it's the same, but obviously in, let's just go to a random page, 69, which is the 3 of Wands. And then we'll go to this diddy book, 69. This will tell you if the pages line up. Oops. It is, because it's between the 2 and the 4. 69, 3 of Wands. So you're getting the same book, just in miniature. I think this is around somewhere between £12 and £15 to buy as well, which is brilliant. But yeah, nice little diddy book. I don't know why that makes me smile so much. So the cards are quite nice. They seem quite thick. So this is a deep tin, as you can see. I mean, it's got to take the book and the cards. Let's pop the book back in there. Look how way down it goes. And then we'll remove this band. And let's have a look at the cards. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Is it the same? It's maybe a little bit thinner. A little bit thinner than the... We would do a comparison in terms... Yeah, it is a little bit thinner by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards difference, because they're on an equal, or maybe even a couple more. That's it. Oh no, they line up there. Our fools are lined up together. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards difference. So that's how much thicker it is in the mass market version of the standard size. This is the mass market version, so yeah, it's a little bit thinner. However, the cardstock is really nice, and if you're shuffling a mini deck in terms of this size, I don't want it to be too thick, because it'd be like trying to shuffle a cube, wouldn't it? Size comparison, so you can see here the size comparison, or let's do it against the back so you get in there. Not too distracted by the image. And then people, I remember last time, I can't remember what deck it was, they said, how does that compare with the US Games minis? So let's just look at, it was when I did the Wild Unknown. Yes, because the Wild Unknown is also in a tin version now. We'll look at the universal weight. Tarot in a Tin by US Games. And it's the same size. This one is wider because it has a border. It's quite a wide deck anyway. And obviously Light Seers is borderless, but it's the same height. It's almost like, you know, it's the same kind of perspective as the bigger deck. Okay, so I mean, there's no point doing a side-by-side. The images are exactly the same, even with the font and everything. So if you haven't seen the Light Seers before, then all I'm going to do now is put some music on and bring the camera down a little bit more, and you can take a look at these images. Oh my gosh, sometimes you just forget how stunningly beautiful a deck is when you haven't worked with it for quite some time. Even though I've got the independent version and I've got the mass-produced standard size, just doing this flip through now was like looking at the deck again with fresh eyes. And I just fell in love with it all over again. It's incredible, really incredible. Such a beautiful deck. I like the fact that, and I have noticed it with a few other decks, sometimes when a mini version comes out, the colours don't seem to be as vibrant or as rich, but these ones really are. You lose nothing at all by having a pocket-sized version of this deck. It is just as beautiful, just as rich and colourful and vibrant. It's incredible, and the cardstock feels really nice. What I did mean to mention was that this one does seem a little bit more shiny, and this one feels a little bit more matte. I don't know if you can tell by the ring light here. In this one, you see the almost like it's like a donut shape of the ring light, whereas this one is more just a blur because it is more matte, if that makes sense. You don't see the ring because it's less reflective. So it has a gorgeous, even though the cardstock is slightly thinner, it has a gorgeous feel to it. They've done a fantastic job. So that is the Light Seers Pocket Tarot, or Tarot in a Tin, Light Seers in a Tin. I think it'll probably get coined as. And it's got a little bit less information on the back of this. 78 card tarot deck is a healing tool and guide to explore both the light and the shadow sides of our nature. The Light Seers Pocket Tarot is an ideal companion as you seek to uncover the places in your life and in yourself that are most in need of illumination. So yeah, I forgot to read that at the beginning. A little chunky tin, nice to throw in a bag and take with you to places without taking a full-sized version. Thank you again, Cheryl from Oneness Emporium. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, show the love and order from Oneness Emporium. She's got them in stock already. So yeah, so that's one thing to consider, is the release date. Cheryl gets them in, a lot of the decks in before the release date, so you know that when that release date comes, you're going to get it on time. All right, everyone, thank you for watching, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste, and blessed be.